Hey Felicia, how you doing? Yeah, it is cold. Got down to 5 last night. Hey Alley Cat, Keith, JT, hey Stephanie, Sandra, hey Matthew, Latoya, Sam, Dawn, Marcy. Oh good, got the notification. That's good. Hey June, how are you? Hey, I'm gonna turn the heat up a little bit in here. Hello Stacy. Hey Charles. Girl, hi. Girl, hi. All right, sorry about that. Hey Scully B, how you doing? Hey Shanita, how you doing? Well, we're finally supposed to get some snow tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to it. Wish it started earlier. 3 inches, maybe, nothing great. Hey, Greg, how you doing? Hello, Kat. Hey, James. Hey, Zach. No, tell me about it, man. It's something compared to what we've been getting. What a dud winter we've had. It was nice down in Midland today. Down there, Bay City. Yeah, it's nothing. Yeah, it really got cold last night. I can always tell a cold night. The birds really go through a lot more seed in the morning. Hey, Dorothy, how are you? And do. I've been feeling so. Yeah, you're right, Stephanie. Yeah. Oh, is it? That's the same snow we're getting, Greg. Yep, stuff came back through there, John. Unbelievable how many fast food places have closed. No, just the last update a month ago. Oh, thank you, Sandra. It's fun talking to people. I don't like Big John sandwiches. There was one of those places right near me when I first moved to Florida in Royal Palm Beach. I think they're terrible. Tastes like a bunch of soggy chicken that you should throw out to doves. Hey Sherry, how you doing? Hey Betsy, how's it going? Yeah, no, I don't like those. It's funny though, I moved to Florida in '92, and there were a couple there. I figured they'd end up being all over, but other than Florida, I've never saw one of those Big Johns. I couldn't believe I saw one in Flint. I'm surprised they're still in business. I like seafood, I'd say. Oh, thank you, Arlene. How you been? Oh, thanks. So tomorrow will be good. Hopefully, I get some. Like to do some winter photography. Just those photos that I'm uploading are crap, but I figured I'd upload them anyway. Give you an idea. What I'm doing is getting used to the exposure on that and what I can get away with. I haven't done any post production Photoshop stuff, but I'm getting there. You haven't seen you around, Arlene. I wonder what you're up to. Can read a lot about photography, stuff like that. Well, what happens too is YouTube dummies things down. It's all processed, and it doesn't take long to overkill something on photo, so you're not really getting the full impact of a clear photo because of the resolution they have. Because they have to turn it into a movie file. If you saw them in person, you'd really like them, but on YouTube, you can't really tell the difference between that camera and my other one. Yeah, I have some videos of snow falling, Cindy. I will do it. If it starts snowing tomorrow in the daytime, I'll turn the chat on. Hey, Mark, how you doing? Hey, Michael. Doing pretty good. Yeah, Andy and Liz is cool. Yeah, Fatty kind of felt bad, kind of ostracized by his community. Yeah, nice guy. All those people are very pleasant, man. It's great talking to them. Hey, Mama, how are you? How's it going? Hey, Clint, how you doing? Hello, Chrissy. So yeah, I figure things are going pretty good. Now, my next adventure, well, I don't. That's a good question. I got to start dog watching around the 15th. Now, I may sneak down to Flint or Detroit for a day or two, but I may not. So if that's the case, probably be March before I'll be putting up stuff. That's why I stayed extra days in Detroit. No, I did not, Betsy. No. No, I mean, maybe I did, but I don't remember anybody resembling Indian Liz. Yeah, Cindy, did you ever get an X-ray on your foot? Hey, Gypsy Mom, how you doing? Yeah, sweet uncle, yeah. No, they have places to live down there. You can send it to me, Gypsy Mom. You can send it to me and I'll give it to her. I shouldn't say this, but I promise you guys, I tell you like it is. But sometimes there'll be times when Marguerite won't get anything, and I'll just drop money off anonymously to her. It's hard to just leave there knowing she could use a few bucks. Well, you'll see the snow tomorrow, I promise you, Cindy. I'll turn the old. The snow looks great out this camera, actually. Yeah, it's cold, Rona. Sure is. Becky, she I would say so-so. Oh yeah, what'd you think of those, Whisper? I thought their lamb chops were great. I wouldn't recommend their gyros though. No way. No, I can give it to you right now, Gypsy Mom. If you got a pen, it's Tom Reed, REED, PO Box 4141, and that's in West Branch, 2 words, Michigan 48661. Yeah. Yeah, snow looks cool. It really does. I never set up any of those cash apps or anything. I mean, lots of people send 10, 20, $100. I've never not had mail get to me. I mean, I'm already getting stuck paying a bunch of taxes on a PayPal 1099. So I'd rather if people did it that way. As long as you mark their name clearly on the front of the envelope, there's no reason for me to open it. Yeah, I think Hispanic, Arlene. Hey, Michelle, how you doing? Yeah, I don't have any of those cash apps or any of that stuff. Oh, good, Freda. Good. What's that, Sylvia? I don't know where Becky's at, to be honest with you. I agree. That's where I get them when I get them. Horse Lister, that's where I get them. Golden Fleece. Yep. I think Old Parthenon in Ann Arbor were the best ones. It was legit homemade. Oh yeah, I agree with you, Arlene. Sure is. The guy who died in Corcoran, yeah, I didn't see anything on that. I didn't really look though. Oh, thank you, Michael. Appreciate it. Yeah, no, I don't have a bank account set up for it. I got a bank account, but I'm trying not to mix their money with mine. You can send them a Visa prepaid card or something like that. Olga's, I don't really care for it. They were really, the Showstack brothers brought Olga's. I think their gyros are not good. Spinach pie is not bad, but it's hard to make a bad spinach pie. Oh, it's a Canadian thing. Oh, okay. Why do I not like Olga's? I just think it's like they made like 8 tons of gyros at the warehouse at the same time, and then they shipped them out to the locations to warm them up. There's a reason why they went bankrupt, and it isn't because their gyros were great. Oh, thank you, Alan. Oh, you do, Gypsy Mom? Yeah, I'll have to check into that. I'll check into that. Yeah, early 80s, I agree, Michelle. Yeah. Oh, okay, Clint. Well, good, then they can't blame me for that. Oh, okay, Zach. I was thinking about that a little while ago. Now, I promise you, I haven't watched any of those videos, but if I was going to guess, I would say that in order to get along with Kelly, she's been brainwashed by one of the nut jobs to follow them around like she's me, and they just don't have the balls to say anything about it. And she gets to have somebody upload these videos like it's me, which is, they ought to play clown music to it. I haven't watched one. I'd never given the satisfaction to do it, but people always will screenshot and send me emails and think it's laughable. No, I think it's a total joke. It's all the product of very low IQs. Yeah, I'll type my address here, right here. It's just stupid, man. It's like high school. Yeah, I mean, that just comes along, with having a channel, getting on the internet. It's the way it goes. That's why, I decided a while back I do my own policing and my own channel. Being I don't know, just doing a favor because people like to chat. I'm not really good for these 3 or 4 hour chats, so I just allowed them to chat, and that was the reason for moderators. Because if you left the chat unattended, you never know what kind of cuckoo's in there. Hey Tara, how you doing? Well, I don't think that God has anything to do with the current life. It's all about the afterlife and whether or not you have salvation. That's why people get hit on motorcycles and die in skydiving accidents. Believing in God has nothing to do with while you're alive. I think prayers are a complete and total waste of time. But if you want to accept Christianity and live that lifestyle, it's the afterlife that you're going to be saved. The living life, there's no guarantee for that. It was on West Verner. Oh, big time, Cindy, yeah. I don't know what makes these people tick. I don't have a website, no. Yeah, pretty much, Gypsy. Well, you can disagree, but I just told you what I believed. I didn't tell you what they believed. Yeah, I don't know why that is. Nobody else has said anything wild angels. Well, that may be true, but I mean, if they, really checked it out, and there's just as many examples of where it didn't work than it did. That's why it's faith-based. It's not guaranteed. It's a personal decision. I know 3 guys that spent life with men of the cloth, and they all agreed that they never once could hang their hat on prayer being worth anything amongst the living. And, there's a big question mark amongst the dead. And there's plenty of people that feel like their life matters that aren't religious. And if you're a Jew or a Hindu, the whole Jesus Christ story goes out the window anyway. Hey, Ray, how you doing? Good, Zachary, how you doing? I think that's part of it, Betsy. I think they like their story to be heard. I think that live PD is boring. Once in a while there's a good one, but by and large it's just cops hassling people, being unprofessional on camera. Well, I don't know how you can be an atheist, Michael, because you can't prove there isn't a God. Just like a believer can't prove there is. Agnostic makes a lot more sense. Yeah, I don't know if it's that simple, Cindy. I think people just like the substance of what alcohol and drugs makes them feel like. I don't think it's because they think their life doesn't matter. They like to party, and that's part of enhancing it. I've already sent emails on people about what they want me to do with it because I don't have return addresses. As soon as they answer me on how they want me to handle it, one lady told me she wants me to give it to other people, and I haven't heard from the other 2. Yeah, I don't think you could call atheism a religion. It's the opposite. Yeah, you're right, Chrissy. Yeah. Yeah, well, when I hear from the people that sent it, I'll send it to you or send it to them and they can send it to you or whatever they want to do. You don't have that much mail anyway, to tell you the truth. And I think the mail you did get is just like how you doing cards, not cards loaded with money. I only base that on the similar cards that the other people got. Yeah, that's true, Cindy. No, I agree, which is that's I couldn't have said it better myself, Michael. That's the thing. What if you can't disprove it? Then I don't see how you can be an atheist. Not being able to go either way, that makes sense. Hey, blue-eyed lady, how are you? Not me, not that I know of. Horse whisper. No. Oh, thank you, BJ. Sarah, I'm not going to get into this with you. I just told you what I'm going to do, and if you make another comment about it, I'm going to block you. As soon as I hear back from what they want me to do with that mail, I will do that. I mean, I know the kind of mail people get, and I don't think the mail you have is what you're thinking it is. So it's not like you're missing out on a big cash payday. Yes, actually, yeah. I don't know. Probably, Zach, probably is. Spiritual, I don't know what that means. I do know what agnostic means, so I'm sure there's a distinction. Spiritual can be anything. When somebody tells me they're spiritual, I still don't know what they're talking about. Yeah, well, when I hear from them, I'll get back with you. The answer isn't going to change during the course of this chat. Daisy's great. Thank you, blonde lady. Yeah, I mean, Oprah used to say that, and I used to think to myself, if you tell me you're a Christian or a Jew or a Hindu, I know what you're talking about. I'm not saying you're, adhering to the lifestyle, but I at least know what you're talking about. When you say you're spiritual, I mean, what is that? Yeah, well, Glenda, you know where you can go if you don't like it. I'm getting tired of getting these questions from these people. I've explained it 25 times and it gets old. If I don't want to see her mother anymore, why would she think that I want to talk to her about it? I've explained this to them multiple times. There's two people out of all the people I've ever talked with that didn't get their stuff delivered to them, and that's those two. Everybody else doesn't have a problem. I look forward to seeing them. They look forward to seeing me. So if you don't agree with that, then why don't you go on and chat someplace else? You don't know the whole story. Hey, Heidi, how you doing? Oh, hey, Ollie, how you doing? I see you renamed your channel, huh? Yeah, that fits. If I was in the third grade, I'd let you stick around, but because it's an adult chat, you got to go. Yeah, we'll see you, Glenda, okay? You have a good night, all right? It's a nice fake picture you got. Say hello to your mom. Yeah, Ebony kind of waffles in between doing the right thing and heroin addiction. She's actually, hey, Tassie, how you doing? Now you know how to get on the chat. Here's Tassie, you guys, if you want to talk to her. How's it going, Tassie? What would it be and why? Geez, I don't know about that one. Yeah, I got lucky this time. Up until about the third day, I didn't have any. Oh yeah, it's constant drama, Tracy. They live for drama. You guys have any questions for Cassie? Fire away, because she doesn't come on here very often. Cassie, these people are asking you questions. Hello, Thomas. Yeah, sorry, but I'm not saying all these Spanish guys are bad, but I just can't allow them to post when I don't know what they're talking about. See, Cassie, I told you had a lot of supporters out here. Yeah, I don't like White Castle. Oh, Cassie's on her way to work. All right, you do a good job. See, you got a lot of fans out here. I told you, Tassie. You know, you guys probably have figured this out already, but hey, Tassie, May wants to know what size clothes you wear. What size clothing? Could you list that on here so May can buy some things? But what I was going to say is, these people read the comments about them. They go on and they look at their videos, and they read what people say about them. So, you know, I'm conscious about that. Yeah, I don't like it either. Here, Daisy snoring. Yeah, I think you're right, Jerry. I'll get her sizes from her. I'll text her later. Yeah, but Tassie's on an upswing, doing well, hanging in there. I'll tell you, if Tassie'd buy a book, it'd be a bestseller. Write a book. I'd like to see Tassie on a TED Talk. It'd be neurosurgeon, 2,000 people showed up. Tassie, 200,000 showed up. Yeah, I ran around quite a bit, yeah. I like seafood. I think I like seafood. Yeah, that's a good point, Melissa. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Tassie's so cool. She really is. Very witty. Yeah, he's about ready to get the axe. Yeah, she's dreaming of a big dog bone. I saw a cartoon one time where the owner was looking at the dog dreaming, and he said, "Oh, I'd probably be dreaming of a big bone." He was actually conducting a symphony. Oh, have a good time, man. You're gonna be on. You'll still be on, though, won't you? Hey, Shaniqua, how you doing? The undeserving comments. Everybody, really, to be honest with you. Once in a while, you'll get like a super sweet person like Liz that, you know, nobody really seems to have anything bad to say. But, man, people are rude. You don't see the worst of them. Here you go. Here you go, May. 11 or 12 in pants and a medium in shirts. Oh, Tassie, what are you talking about? Yoga pants. Oh, good for you, man. That's what I like doing. I do that once in a while. I'll go into Indy Atlantic. But I always find that it's such a great idea. Go down there, get a couple books, and by a day and a half, I'm already going stir crazy. That's a tool rental place, Jay Moore. They rent kinds of power tools in the daytime. Oh, thank you, Jake Q Crew. You survived a hatchet job. Congratulations. That's Pavlov's dog therapy. You hear that, Nancy? Oh, okay, so that's just a term for women's apparel. All right. If you get bored down there, May, get a hold of me. I'll have you go on a spy mission. I'll pay you for it. You have a good time, May. All right. Little Daisy's really sawing logs tonight. Yeah, I'm pretty much retired. Yeah, I was a private detective my whole life. Yeah, it's like that in a lot of places in Michigan. Up here, it's like that. You could put as big a sign or as small a sign as you want. I know what you mean. There are places like Canton, Michigan, Ann Arbor, Michigan. Yeah, you better watch out. The cops will hassle you over there if they get an inkling you're not from there. I used to go park on Sunset all the time, but I'm sure by this time it's no parking, no standing, no stopping. Did you ever read at Testas? You know, they tore that down. Oh, good. Yeah, she was out cold. Yeah. Yeah, my whole life. Yeah. You know, Daisy always follows me around constantly. Once in a blue moon, she'll go upstairs, but hardly ever. She'll always be right down my feet. Even when I get up in the middle of the night and come downstairs or something, she'll get up and follow me down here. Who did you leave the rude comments about, Melissa? Yeah, no, I wish I slept like Daisy. Yeah, she is out. Yeah, it's fine. Only sometimes, you know, you'd think with such a short nasal passage, that she would breathe easy. You think a dog with a big long muzzle would have a problem, not a little tiny short one. That gets right around the corner and straight into her lungs. Once in a while, but it would be connected to some kind of lawsuit or insurance case. Hardly ever I didn't do much work for individuals, hardly at all. I tried not to anyway. Any that I did was usually for a client, and I did it for free. What is that, Casey? Hey, Lindell. How you doing? I was watching those UFC pre-fights, man. They were boring as hell. Like bar fights. That's the thing about world-class professional boxing. You get what you pay for. I had no problem paying $80 for a top-notch pay-per-view. A world-class boxing. It's a legit world sport. But this MMA crap, $80? No thanks. Private investigator compared to a detective working for a police department. Criminal cases versus civil. Yeah, he's fighting. That guy can fight that John Jones is fighting, but John Jones, you know, you can see he's starting to slip a little, getting older. But I think they're brilliant at who they match him with. That's one thing with the MMA. It doesn't matter if you lose. You could be on next week making twice as much. Hey, Ogie, how you doing? Yeah, I know a bounty hunter guy down in Where the hell's that guy live? Down below someplace. No, it's not dangerous. Not really. Yeah, no. Yeah, she has a hard time breathing, I think, sometimes. Dry air, you know. Best thing I like about it, you know, it opens up a platform where you can, like, people can share common interests. The worst thing is when you got some kook stalking you and lying about you. It's impossible to communicate with them. Yeah, I don't like the lightweights as much. I mean, they're skilled fighters, but I don't like watching women fight either. I got a 4-year degree in criminal justice, yeah, which is a joke. Didn't have anything to do with being a PI. And the stupid state of Michigan gave me a license without knowing the first thing about being a PI. Yeah, Tennessee's cool. Yeah, that's what I did. Yeah, sure did. It's true, Melissa. Yeah, it's so weird because the mic is actually facing the opposite way from me, and it's right up against a plate glass window. I'm surprised you can hear anything. Yeah, they do. They don't usually do very well at it. One out of 1,000 PIs makes a living at it. Yeah, she probably does. It's frequency, not decibels. I did everything, you name it. Anything you can think of that you've seen on TV or otherwise. The money was doing work for insurance companies. There wasn't any money doing work for the public. If I'd have been on my A game, May, I would have brought up that hair dye issue with uh, Marguerite. They're too boring, Sherry. I'm so sick of being a PI, it's ridiculous. I've got a license now that I'm thinking of not renewing, just so it guarantees me I'll never need to do another PI case. Hey, Mary. Hey, Gasper, how you doing? Yeah, I'm looking forward to the snow. Yeah, they probably do, Casey, but the damages would be nothing. They'd probably get kicked. That's the problem with slander and libel and probably lawsuits similar to that. You have to prove damages. That's the hard part. Oh, cool, Melissa. At least he didn't. Most PIs are like super incompetent. The ones that I ran into, people are always getting ripped off by them and coming to me and want me to do stuff. That's why I didn't like doing work for the public. I mean, right now the going rate for surveillance that I would charge an insurance company is about $850 a day. And if some person asked me what I charge for surveillance and I told them $850 a day, they'd think I was nuts, and they would be calling every half hour wanting to know what I found out. Where insurance companies, they know what the score is, they're willing to pay for good work, and you're not bombarded with phone calls all day. Yep, same spot. No, camera never moves. No, I don't like hockey. No. You're thinking again, Todd. Yeah, no, I wanted this the least amount of client contact as possible. Hey, Melissa, how you doing? Not disability insurance, work comp and general liability. Slip and fall. There are guys that do disability, but those places always wanted to guarantee a bunch of work for a lower rate, and I never took the bait on that. The piece of pie is so much smaller now in the PI industry from when I was in business. It started to die right after I sold my first place. No. Harry, where'd you graduate in your high school class? Was it near the bottom? Harry, was it near the bottom? Yeah, what else is I can tell you? Yeah, you can usually see it coming pretty early, if I catch it. Sometimes if there's a lot of people on that's going by too fast, I'll miss them. Yeah, I don't think I'd like it. I don't think I'd like doing that. I'm sick of doing, I like interviewing people, but I don't want to have anything to do with like lawsuits if I can avoid them, PI work if I can avoid it. I know Mary didn't. Well, I was always doing a lot of photography. Yeah, I think, as good as possible. Happiness is a moving target. Yeah, everybody thinks that until they do a bunch of it. It's like going on vacation, it's just moving to Florida. You go down to Florida for a week. Wow, man, I had to move down here. This is great. That's why most people that move there move back to wherever they came from. I like it a little bit, not a lot. I definitely don't want to live there. I like living where I'm at, to tell you the truth. Hey, Paul, how you doing? I go down to Detroit every once in a while. I really thought about it a lot. I'd rather live here and go there rather than the other way around. Because if I was living around Detroit, I could take Daisy to that park more and that kind of thing, and I could eat better. But that's about it. I would never probably come back here again. And it's nice up here, the wildlife and no traffic and no crime. Pretty good, Tammy. So, yeah, if I moved out of here, I'd probably never come back here. You'd think you were going to do it. There'd really be no reason to come back here. I do notice though, the older I get, I'm getting less and less interested in hanging around people or having anything to do with people. It's weird, really. I like to screw around my, fooling around my stuff. Oh yeah, May knows I acknowledge her. No, I did not see Miranda, and I ask people when I'm down there. I try and let them know I'm there when I'm around, so they're kind of keep an eye out for me. No, she hasn't been around. She's still down there someplace, as is Coco, but I didn't see her. Yeah, there's nothing. It's like Andy and Mayberry up here. I'm not kidding you. They get like a murder once every 5 years. I mean, there's nothing to do up here. I go and get a coffee, and I don't do anything up here. I like fooling around, taking photos and stuff like that. I got the Amish communities. Oh, thank you, Billy. That's what I say, Billy. Yeah, you're not kidding. PI sucks. Yeah, I'll maybe do that someday, Michelle. Michelle, honestly, I mean, I never really planned on like making this big channel with, all this organized stuff. Yeah, I think I got everything I need right here. Yeah. No, I don't watch your videos. I mean, once in a while, one will pop up. I subscribe just to be a supporter. I never watch them. I don't watch anybody's videos. Oh, glad you brought that up because let me tell you what happens sometimes is, there's messages, right? And what will happen is I'll get the messages. I read them all the time, delete the bad ones. Well, sometimes I'll get messages where I'll go in and it'll hold messages until I approve them. And there'll be messages there from like 10 days ago. It doesn't make any sense. And sometimes there are messages like today I was driving and I glanced down on it and read a little bit of it. And something I said with this Barbarese lady in the Bronx, I guess I hurt her feelings or something. And it was really a well-written email by somebody. And I thought, well, I'm not going to read this whole thing now. I'll wait till I get home. When I got home, I couldn't find it. And I know I didn't delete it because I was very careful about opening it and then, reading it later. And I could not find the damn thing. That's why I put that little brief video up earlier because I'm not into like trying to hurt somebody's feelings. I don't know what happened with her or why she's mad, but I like to straighten it out with her if it was something I did wrong. No, man, I did not. No, I did not figure it out. I went and looked at her videos. It doesn't ring a bell. I don't remember watching any of those videos. Like I said, I don't watch any other channels now. Oh, thank you, Greg. Appreciate it. Well, you left me a message about this? Oh, okay. I wonder why I didn't get it in my Gmail. Oh, okay, I'll have to look for that. Then if you left me a message, that's probably, did you tell me how it was spelled? Because that's how I got the name and that's how I went on her channel and left a message. Oh, she does. Oh, okay. Well, that'll end that then. Thank you for telling me that. Yeah, I don't know. Some lady was kind of alluding to I hurt her feelings. Well, I don't remember doing that. I mean, I could have, but there could have been. What happens too is, and you got these kooks sending you. I get all these fake emails all the time, bullshit stuff. So it's like nonstop barrage all the time. And I'm sure that I've made mistakes. And if I have with her, I would apologize to her. But I don't recall any incident. Yeah. Hey, Brandy, how you doing? So I don't. If she's friends with Ollie, that's a good enough reason not to have anything to do with her right out of the chute. Oh, I did. No, okay, thanks. All right, good. Well, then I don't want anything to do with her. I paid Larry. Oh, she wanted me to interview her. Oh, okay. I'd do a phone interview with her. Yeah, that's no problem. I mean, I looked at one of her videos and she was singing to a song that was uploaded a day or so ago. I mean, she seemed okay to me. Look, if there's anything that you can call it being sensitive to. I just don't like, first of all, I don't want anybody talking down to any of the women. I just don't. I don't think I have to explain why. That's one thing, because first of all, you shouldn't be doing it to begin with. Secondly, these women are in a bad position. And thirdly, they read their comments. So that's one thing. And I just don't really get into like drama queens and gossip and bullshit and playing both sides. And when I find out about it, I get rid of them. I don't want them around here. I really don't. Believe me, I'm just not flippant about it. I mean, I got to get them pretty good or multiple times. And once I realize it's that kind of personality, I just assume they go someplace else. And I'm upfront about it. If you ask me, I've told you about it. I've told them about it. You're never going to have to worry about me telling one thing to somebody and another thing to somebody else. It's not going to happen. Like I said all along, I'm not trying to win a popularity contest. I've never said one time, thumbs up, subscribe, join, forward it, send it to your friends, nothing. And, you know, and it's not just related to a YouTube channel. I'm like that in my own personal life as well. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I mean, I get along with them fine. So, I mean, all these people, you know what I mean? It just got to the point where just Kelly, I just couldn't take it any longer, man. There would have been something wrong with me to go down there and pretend like nothing was going on. It was just never ending. You know, I'll tell you though, Brandy, it seems like water off a duck's back. It doesn't seem to bother them like it would bother me. Hey, Joe, how you doing? Oh my God, Arlene. Oh, okay, Rodney, what do you think? You like them? Yeah, I'm just not into that drama. And for whatever reason, I'll tell you, I was thinking of this today. I was driving. A lot of the drama came from the people that I picked as moderators. That's why I don't want moderators anymore. You know, 99% of my problems have been my poor choices in uh, allowing gossip monger troublemakers to flourish. I guess I was too paranoid about, you know, people being on the chat and comments not getting deleted. And, you know, you really don't know people when you're chatting with them on YouTube. So you just kind of pick something out. And I mean, they really don't have access to your YouTube channel. All they can do is block and ban. But, you know, it takes a long time to ascertain, you know, whether they're really into gossip and bullshit. Okay, all right, that's cool. All right, Loj, take care. Yeah, and it was just like I thought, well, maybe I should just be, you know, being on the chat all the time. It's probably what you're supposed to do anyway. Hey, Virginia, how you doing? And it wasn't like I didn't let any moderators go. I just went on with a different program. Hey, Mary, how you doing? So is Gerald and Maddie doing okay? I mean, are things changing or what's going on with them? No, you weren't, May. No, you're sounding like Sherry now. Yeah, well, it's the people that make the interview. No, I'm the same way, Okie Graham. I hope you recognize it. Virginia Woolf never was a problem at all, by the way. Oh, they did stay in a motel. Okay. Yeah, Maddie always seems like, you'd think if you were in their circumstances, life would just be like you'd be on the edge, but they're kind of happy-go-lucky. Hey, Michael, how you doing? How's it going? I don't know where there's a motel anywhere near them other than the Crest, and you can only stay there 3 hours. Yeah, I'm on here all the time now, okay. Oh, someone robbed them? Yeah, Dancy seems to be doing pretty well, yeah. There's one thing about gossip, and there's another thing about causing trouble and being into drama. I mean, look at all these people that get on here. They're not into drama, and they put up 3 videos a day, and that's exactly what it's about, drama. Yeah, it is an awful teacher, right on. Yeah, Rodney, it's really the interviewees, that make the whole thing fly. Yeah, it's just so juvenile and stupid. And, the reaction I get when I get rid of anybody, it's all pretty much the same. They all pretty much post the same thing. It goes from I'm the greatest guy in the world to just like, wow, these people are nuts. A normal, mentally stable person wouldn't have that kind of reaction. They're just very hostile misfits. Yeah, good for them, Rita. There's a difference between having a meaningful discussion. The chats go this way. I mean, we had an excellent chat a couple nights ago, and part of the reason is because personalities like theirs were not around. Oh, thank you, Mr. T. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a legit relationship those two have, Matt and Gerald. I do. Yeah, it's frustrating. Okay, at least you're unrelated and at a distance. You could do it, Joe. If I gave you my camera and showed you where to go, you could do the same thing. I know you could. You could do it. Just go down there and say, hey, I got my regular spiel down. Of course, I don't walk up to them with the camera rolling. Sometimes it kind of seems like that. Like the guy who goes to dialysis 3 days a week, 3 times a week. I go up to him first, say, hey, would you like to do an interview? It's like, okay. And then if there's something about their presence and where they're at, I will have the camera rolling by the time I get there, but they're expecting me. Like a guy in a corner with a sign, I want the camera rolling before I get there. But usually I don't, because it's just an interview with a person that they don't have anything. They're not in an interesting place. It isn't speaking volumes of what they're doing. So I just, talk to them directly. If I didn't have that mic on that camera, you wouldn't have been able to understand anything anywhere. That mic's been worth every dime. Yeah, I've had girls mistake me for a John at the beginning. Yep, I have. Cricket did that one time. Yeah, those are harmless people, Teresa. It seemed like that, but I've been by that area a lot. That's where Little Bit was at, and I just have not been able to hook up with her. Hey, Tracy. Yeah, I know. Okay, but they're nuts. No, it's an abandoned vacant home, Sherry. Yep. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't know what I'd talk about, Mark. No, I never get scared. No. Yeah, well, hopefully you're going to see some good weather tomorrow here. All right, Clint. Good night. Just what we knew a month ago on Amanda. Yeah, I'd like to ask him that too. Probably think I'm nuts. I had a couple guys in Flint didn't want to do an interview, and I have them in Detroit as well. May, now where are you going to party down there at night? May? None, huh? Okay. Yeah, small towns are cool in a lot of ways, you know. You don't drink, why not? Wow, 30s at night, May. Oh yeah, May's not that age yet where all you do is read. 37, wow, that is cold. Here it's abnormally warm up here. Although last night it wasn't. Yeah, you're not kidding. You know, they write books about that, man. People scaling the bridge. One person that did it was Pia Sedora. She actually came out of the projects in West Palm Beach and married a Palm Beach guy, and then I think there were murders and all sorts of crap. Pia Sedora. She had a song she wrote. You're not done yet, man. That's true, Tracy. Huh? You're right. Oh wow. No, that's not cricket from the videos. No. No, I looked for a little bit, couldn't find her. No, I got other people looking for her as well. I do, yeah, Joe. Yep, I do. Yep. Hey, Casey, how you doing? Oh, thank you, CTR. Appreciate it. Oh yeah, hanging in there, Tracy. Hey, Brandy. You ever go to Martha's Vineyard, man? Have you ever been there? Oh, thanks, Sam. Hey, Marco. No, I didn't like it either, Brandy. I never really got verification of that boot camp. I think it was a bunch of bullshit. Yeah, there's snow out there. Yeah, we're gonna get snow tomorrow. Yeah, I torn most of it down for that bridge, Paul, that Gordie Howe International Bridge. Brandy, where are you at down there in Florida? Oh, okay. Oh, you poor thing, Sandra. I couldn't wait to get out of there. I think if you were rich, living in Florida might not be bad. But man, if you got to be out in that bullshit, take care of your own lawn. I mean, you can watch the grass grow down there, bugs all over the place, traffic. Yeah, I think that boot camp's a big rumor. Nah, I didn't check it out because I know it's got a super high failure rate, so I don't know what there is to learn about it other than it has a low batting average. No, I didn't see that, Brandy. No. Yeah, Flint's in trouble, man. I honestly think Flint's in the worst position in Detroit. Neither one, neither one. No, that'd be the only way to live in Florida condo. Look how much the assessments are when you live down along the water because of that salt water. If you left your window, you ever walk along the beach and look up at the condos? You ever see anybody with their window open? Nope. That's salt will eat your curtains right off the rod, tarnish all your silverware, rust all your appliances. Oh, you like those, Mark? Good. Man, I think of you when I'm doing those. They're going to get a lot better. That's just kind of hacking around, but wait till I get set up good. You know it, Tammy. That is a nice beach, though, and there are a lot of good places to eat down there. The Bar Beach. Where's that at, Okie? Yeah, summer's terrible. Yeah, well, no, that's interesting, Joe. Yeah, it's because they're all drugged up, Darlene. No, I think that's all a setup thing, Freaky Doll. I think that's all made up bullshit. When you're down there, you're looking around your shoulder all the time. There's nobody following you around, videotaping you. Not for long. No, not really. Nope. I get consent for every video I upload. Oh, good for you. Is that done, Mark, or are they golfing again tomorrow? Yeah, Tasha's a sweetheart. Yeah, except it's too cold to swim, Betsy. Yeah, she was a smart girl, really. Society failed her. 1 to 2 o'clock, Cindy. Hey, Daniel. Wow. Oh, thank you, Joanne. Yeah, that's about it, Betsy. It's nice to look at. That's good enough. How many people actually go swimming anyway, unless you're a kid? Beautiful. Hey, Betsy, can you actually go anywhere around Frankfurt and notice the damage by erosion, or is it all pretty much under wraps? Yeah, that's right, May. Oh, okay, Mark. No kid, no kid, Grandma. Nah, no way. They think it's that black guy that I interviewed on Michigan Avenue. No way. No, I got down there for Hurricane Andrew. Was looking for houses. Yeah, me too, man. It's probably Ollie's boyfriend or husband. She's doing fine, Donald Trump. You mean Gerald? No, I looked all over for Coco. I didn't see anybody at that church that I knew. Oh, got you, Betsy. Yeah, it's a good spot. It is, Mark. Only thing is, I can't see him all the way to touchdown, but yeah, I don't care about the stalker guy. I don't believe anybody lives down there that wouldn't notice a stalker right out of the chute. I think it's a setup for a channel or something. Or they're getting paid to pretend. Something's not adding up. Yeah, you never know, Brandy. Berries. Yeah, I got a lot of them up there. Freaky doll, yep. No, it doesn't add up, man. This stalking thing is just something that educated older white people believe. Everybody else is laughing. Oh, you like that, Cindy? Yeah. Tell him next time I down there to follow me back near the old Ideal Bar in Delray. Tell him to follow me. It's going to be a while, probably, Drew. If I don't go down there for a day or two by the middle of the month, it probably won't be till the 1st of March. Oh, thank you, Diego. You know, that area Gerald and Maddie live in is so desolate. I mean, you'd notice somebody that wasn't living there in a heartbeat. There's just not that many people around. All right, Freaky Dow. It's just the way it is. I don't really have another job, Drew. I'm not worried about it, Casey. I think it's a lot of bullshit. Overreacting. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, how would this guy like try and pass off that he's me if you know my voice? I mean, I don't get this. Hey, Sylvia. No, they took it away, Diego. They demolished it. Yeah, you got to type on this, Brandy. Yeah, they got to know who this is. I don't know where they're at. Somebody said they were staying in a hotel. Oh, he's not trying to say he's me. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. They don't have anything to steal. Yeah, they are. They are, Arlene. Yeah. She meant bracelets, Brandy. No. Yeah, there's a little snow in there. Yeah, you're right. There you go, Cindy. You see those snowflakes? Yeah, you're probably right, favorite uncle. Yeah. Oh, okay. There you go, Cindy. Hey, Jazzy Kim, how you doing? How's it going? Yeah, Becky's here. Becky, could you get up, hon? I want you to come in here and talk to the chat. She's baking cookies right now, Connor. Her and your mother got in a big fight today. We had a threesome after breakfast. Becky, come out here, hon. Oh, you're lying. No, don't try that bullshit. She's right here. Probably wanted to get away from you. Thank you, Cindy. She just said that to get away from you, Connor. She's alive and well. She's here right now. I'm worried about all of them, Casey. Yeah, it does bug me about them. It really does. Especially like, God, man, I just sometimes I'll think I'd block it out pretty good, I think, you know? No, I'm fine, Diego. I don't know if they got a food card because of, I think it was probably a Cash App card, if I had to guess. Hey, Donald Trump. Yep, she's in her deep sleep or REM now. Oh, Nadia, cut that shit out, you dumbass. Only person that ever took a bath was your husband. Hey, Connor, where'd you go? Where you at? What happened to you? What's this Petey talking about? No, they gotta have an address and stuff for a food card. No, I don't think they have a mail. They don't have ID. Only thing I can think is a Cash App card. That'd be my guess. Yeah, I know it. Yeah, I have Becky. I have her cleaning. I had her give Daisy a bath today. We played strip poker for a couple hours. She said she was getting bored. Oh, thank you, Chris. Glad you like them. I hope you like them. Hey, Becca, how you doing? Oh, that's too bad. Hey, Casper, doing fine. Well, have you noticed on your recommended, have you been getting these videos of these young people with cancer? It's really sad, man. Right out of the chute, I was. My mom was kind of telling me it was a bunch of bullshit, even though we were Catholics. I'm not saying as an adult it's a bunch of bullshit. I'm just saying that I don't choose to live a Christian lifestyle. I don't know what's going on. I'd say you could call me agnostic. Oh, I do. Yeah, I do, Chris. Yeah, went up there and watched a few things. She will. She will if I tell her to. Okie. She said she doesn't like getting bossed around by me. Yeah, she's gonna watch the Astro Band. Oh, okay, Brandy. Right, Brandy. That's right. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I mean, I don't think I'll ever know, but I believe in deathbed and repentance. I hope I get a couple seconds to state my case and make a 180-degree turn. Yeah, man, these young guys doing videos and stuff. God. Oh, here we go, Casey. Here we go. Hey, Dorothy. Dorothy's saying a prayer for us all. No, thank you. Oh, Arlene, a Hispanic girl like you, shame on you. What would Father Frank think of that? Oh, chemtrailers. I think that's a bunch of bullshit too. The only chemtrail thing I believe is with that barium guy. I believe his mother just toked right out of the back of a jet's exhaust and then had him 2 months prematurely. Oh yeah, you're right, Larry. My dad was an alcoholic. My mother was too toward the end. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of ways. I don't think you can say that everybody drinks for the same reason. Everybody wants to quickly pigeonhole it into lonely and self-medicating. A lot of times, I think people just drink. I mean, I'm not saying those aren't valid reasons why people drink. I'm just saying it isn't the same for everybody, I don't think. You don't speak English? Well, I'm sorry, but you're going to get the old, how do you say goodbye in Spanish? Daisy saw in the deep logs again. That's all right, Arlene. Arlene, have you become a connoisseur of wine? I mean, do you know a good wine from a bad one yet? Have you read much about it? I just bought some 20-year aged cheddar cheese today, $35 a pound. Worth every damn dime. Wow. Thanks, Ann. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with having a drink. I mean, you drink Buenos Nachos. Thank you, Paul. Oh, absolutely a genetic component. They've isolated it for sure, Okie. For sure. They've also isolated a gene for day people and night people. Yeah, they have. Yep. I do, Larry. Like Indians. The argument with Indians, at least the theory, is that they were introduced to alcohol much later than white men and therefore have a lower tolerance. I'm not saying that's true, but I've read that more than once. Hey, James, how you doing? Wow, Mark. one glass of wine, you're done. Yeah, that's true. That's what they say, moderation, yeah. Yeah, she's sleeping. I do, not like I used to, but it has happened in the past, Heidi, yeah. My experience is that it kind of trails off because it gets to the point where they just don't want to know it. You know, if you're an older person, you have a daughter and she's out there and you've been going through this bullshit for 5 years, it just eventually wears you out where you're dreading that phone call and you're so burnt out, it just, you know, you get adrenal fatigue. Your nervous system shot, so you just like kind of block it out. All right, good night, Betsy. Try not to fantasize about me too much tonight. Yeah, make you wonder, wouldn't it? Okay, it must take forever to get in your pants, man. Oh, okay, yeah, they're always very nice, Frederick. I agree. It's my pleasure. Like I always say, it's the truth. I don't think it's sad. I got a lot of hobbies. I think I'd have a hard time reading a book or fooling with my photography when it's 6 degrees outside. It's to each his own. All right, Bessie. It sucks when you got a job and you work from home. There's something too going to the office and getting a coffee at your favorite coffee place and driving to work and showing up there. Working from your home sucks. Yeah, you avoid the traffic, but there's no social life to it. It's you're in the same damn place when your off hours as when you're working. Sucks. I mean, I've rented offices before when I didn't need to because I just thought being at the same place, even though you can argue it's got its conveniences and it's certainly cheaper, it was bullshit. And now with cell phones and the internet and stuff, you don't really need an office. I mean, it's even harder to have one. Oh, okay, man. Yeah, it's cool. Good for you. Yeah, well, if you're a human that likes to be outside, there's people that like to be inside. I mean, it all depends on your makeup, I guess. Oh, I believe it, Joe. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's studies to support the social aspect of an office environment. No kidding, Arlene, huh? Would you say you get more work done, Arlene? Yeah, that's what I say, Joe. Yeah, there are, Cindy. You're right. Yep. And Daisy will put you to sleep. I think it's more her positioning. She doesn't snore like that much at night in bed. She gets in and out of bed a lot at night, 3 or 4 times. Oh, there's an honest answer, Arlene. You know, I was going to get a job there for a while because I couldn't sell anything that I had, man. I was getting cash flow problems. Look up that myresume.com, man. I don't know if you know this or not, but you know, unless you've filled out, if you've kept up with resumes, like if you haven't done it in the last while, things have changed. What happens at a lot of companies now, they will take your resume and they'll feed it into scan it, feed it into a computer, And these like myresume.com, they know all these tricks, the keywords, where they should be, what you should talk about, when to indent, what to highlight, who to use as a reference. It was worth every damn dime. Myresume.com. There's a lot of tricks to it, man. I mean, shit, I bet when they got my first resume before I found out about that, they probably thought it was Rip Van Winkle applying for a job. Shit, I should have sent them a smoke signal. That's because I hadn't filled out a resume in 40 years. But there's a lot of bullshit to it, is what I'm telling you, man. It's worth joining one of those services. Good night, James. No, you're right, Jane. I didn't. It's not like the old days. I think a lot of them got STDs, Drew. I think they do get tested. Two of the women I interview are HIV positive. No, Ray, there's tricks to it. I'm telling you, man. Just at least go on there and look at the myresume.com and just look at the bullshit they talk about. You can sign up by the month too. It's $23, I think. It's worth every damn dime. You can keep your resume on there and you can update it. You can print it. You can send it from there. All sorts of shit. It's worth every dime. They got this shit down. There's a term for the algorithm that they've coded for resumes. Because, you know, it's not like the old days. These companies go out and they hire people on helping them hire or pick or interview good candidates. It's all like bullshit now. And you got to know how to do it. Yeah, well, I'm telling you, man, it's worth every damn dime. Yeah, and yeah, I was just so ignorant about it, you know, because I hadn't done one in so long. I bet there had to been 10 places they're still laughing when they got the resume I had before I caught up with 40 years and not knowing a damn thing about it. I wondered why I wasn't getting called for these bullshit state jobs. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, I found out the hard way. They're so good after you fill one out with their help that you think this is a bunch of bullshit, that's what gets you the interview. Some do, some don't, Joe. Yeah, that's the thing, man. Yeah, if you got a chance to pitch them when you met them, that's not how it works. No, it's a big bunch of trickery bullshit. You know, you're turning in an English resume and everybody else is in Spanish, that kind of shit. I'm telling you, it's worth every damn dime. And it's just so, they make it so convenient, you know? I mean, no, you're not printing them out and mailing them anymore. You can mail them there. You can change them every day. You can like have 5 different resumes. They're basically the same, but depending on the job you're applying for, you can like have them all pigeonholed in there. So when you apply to something, it's like, is it job 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? And I changed up my hobbies, everything. Yeah, I found out about it the hard way, Brandy. I mean, I'm not shitting you. They're still laughing at places that I sent some of the early resumes. I should have just sent them a picture of me watching a black and white TV with tinfoil on the antenna. Nah, I don't like drones. You fly them around your house once, you take pictures. Hey, everybody, I got a drone, then it sits in a box. It's more than that, though, man. I'm not adequately explaining it to you. I'm telling you, man, it's worth it. I'm not shitting you, man. It's embarrassing that I found out about this way. Yeah, I'm not kidding you, man. Really, man, the joke was on me in a big way. It's such bullshit. Yeah, and if they fed my resume into a computer, those early ones that I did, I'm sure it went right out the back without keeping a copy of anything. Probably went into a shredder. Hey, let me put it to you this way, if this helps at all. I know two people. One was unemployed for 3 years, and one was unemployed for 2 years. And they applied for jobs at the ass. And you ready for this? One spent $2,800 for a resume consultant. The other one spent $3,500 for a resume consultant, and they were both hired within 2 weeks. That's what got me checking around this resume bullshit, because I went online, thought, you just type in, why am I not getting hired for my resume? Because I had experience, I was so overqualified for these bullshit jobs I was applying for. I'm not even getting an interview. Well, I found out after about an hour reading why. And that's why. I was never lucky enough to get my hands on either of the two resumes these people paid up the ass for, but I would have liked to get a copy of them. But that got me thinking, what am I missing out on here? That'd be like you walking into an interview and saying, boy, you really loved Johnny Carson last night. You never laughed that hard in your life. Seriously, May, it's worth it. I promise you. Hey, Aiden. Yeah, it's very interesting. It is, but man, it's all like, I guess they're just thinking that you got to be smart enough to know how to put together an attractive resume. You could put it the way you think it is. It could be the same material, only worded differently, highlighted differently by one of these outfits. And they would think, wow, look at this resume. Look at May. Let's call her in for an interview before she's hired. Where you send in one where you haven't done one in a while, and they're laughing at it. Do it. Immune, BJ? Yeah, man, I hate to say it, Teresa, but yeah, just being behind the times. My dumbass still thought if there were no grammatical errors or spelling errors, they were going to just think I was just top flight candidate. Shit. And you'd be surprised on how they pigeonhole you based on your interests. They don't even ask that shit anymore. You put your hobbies on there, they'll probably just bend over with laughter. Nobody talks about that stupid shit any longer. Your hobbies. Fuck. Yeah, it's really different out there. I'm sure if you're applying for a sweeping job and a midnight shift at a place that's in Alaska that doesn't have a heater, you probably can do your own resume. Yeah, that's it, Teresa. Yeah. Yeah, they don't give a shit about that anymore. No, I don't blame them. Where are you going to get benefits nowadays? There aren't any benefits around, especially part-time. You'd be better off putting all your eggs in one basket and going for broke on that vacation down in West Palm Beach. Just hanging that ass out in a bar seat over in Palm Beach and hoping to latch onto one of those old men with a heart condition. You're savvy enough and can maneuver enough to con this old man into putting you in as well. It wouldn't be a con though if he liked you. Oh, Apple? Yeah, you better have that super duper resume then. Big time. Hell yeah. Why don't you get a tattoo of Stephen Jobs stenciled on your forehead? Yeah, Apple, that's one of the few places that you can probably, Starbucks too. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. For Apple, you got to really, those goddamn people got this shit down better than anybody. I mean, they could pay $1 billion to get some software written and in reverse hire people, go through everybody that's been worth a shit and find out what their resume said and then require that on new hires. I mean, they got this shit down. Take the MMPI test. I knew I was screwed when I took the MMPI test. It said, which did I like, my mother more or my dad more? And I knew that job wasn't a possibility. MMPI, man. Psychological test. They still do that stuff too. You know, there's some companies make you take a lie detector test now, a polygraph. Holy shit. Yeah, take a clonazepam or a Klonopin. That goddamn needle won't move. They'll be looking under the table, see if that fucking thing's plugged in. Yeah, it's like that, man. They want to get the best possible candidate. You know, somebody that they can mold and brainwash and get jumped through firing hoops and beg for a biscuit and roll over. They don't want some union starting son of a bitch. Somebody that's got every ache and pain in the world, like a depressed person. That's what they're really looking for. Depressed people tend to be less productive and have a lot of problems. They're never satisfied, every damn ache and pain. They don't recover from injury or surgeries worth of shit. I know, I'm one of them. Oh, no kidding, BJ. No, I never took one, thank God. Nope. Yeah, man, I want to see him get you on a polygraph. Yeah, wouldn't that be a good time? Oh, no kidding, Brandon, huh? What are you doing, Daisy girl, huh? What are you doing, babies? You having a good night, huh? You were snoring some deep logs, or huh? Huh? You were knocked out, weren't you? You were knocked out, weren't you? You want to go pee pee? Want to go out pee pee? No, no, not fence. No, she goes back on the golf cart side. Hey, Daisy's a good dog. No, take a couple Clonopin, Arlene. Take a couple Clonopin. You'd pass it. Yeah, you got to take them to get any law enforcement job in Michigan. And that's all they are as an employer. Good night, Manny. I don't think I'm going to sign off too. I'm going to go to bed. Hey, Danielle. How are you? No, Teresa, take a couple Clonopin. I think I'm going to go. I'm not going to go to bed, but I'm going to go watch some TV. Yeah, I've heard about that. I don't know what's going on with that. I haven't watched any of them. I don't give a shit. It's not my problem. Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah. I don't know if she is or not, Lisa. I don't know. Good night, BJ. I mean, I guessed wrong on that before. I'd never ask. Good night, Brandy. Well, I think I'm gonna go to bed so I can catch the snow. I'll sign on in the daytime tomorrow, so you'll be able to watch it snow. You too, Danielle. Yeah, I got Becky tied up. I got her in a bondage chamber with an apple in her mouth. Good night, Arlene. Glad to see you back here. Good night, Cindy. See, I can hear Daisy banging on the door right now. She don't want to be out there. About 10 degrees out. I'm coming on. I'm coming, Daisy. Yeah, it's coming. You don't want to be out there, do you? No way. I don't blame you. Good girl. Good girl. All right, Virginia, good night. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll check that out. I only get HBO. I don't even know if I get HBO or Showtime. I don't think I got it because they never had fights on there like they used to. I'm going to be checking, see on the John Jones fight. That guy's a tough guy he's fighting, but I'm not going to watch it. $80, man. That's a quality bottle of scotch. All right, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.